I welcome you to this session of ISO 9001 2015, and today we are going to talk about clause number 8.2.2, determining the requirements for products and services. So as usual, the very first thing is that I will read out the requirement as given in the standard. 8.2.2, determining the requirements for products and services. When determining the requirements for the products and services to be offered to the customers, the organization shall ensure that A. The requirements for the products and services are defined, including 1. Any applicable statutory and regulatory requirements, and number 2. Those considered necessary by the organization, and B. The organization can meet the claims for the product and services it offers. So this is all the requirement given in the standard, and now let us understand it in more detail. Let us discuss. See, the very first thing for the organization to do is to determine the requirements for the products and services which the organization is going to offer to its customers, because then only you can plan your system. You have to be clear what products and what services you are going to offer to the customer. Accordingly, you will plan the resources, accordingly you will plan the manpower, and accordingly you will write down your system. So this is very essential that you determine the requirement for the products and services. Now what care has to be taken is defined in this clause. While determining the requirements for the products and services, what care has to be taken? The organization will ensure A. That the requirements for the products and services are defined, including, that means whatever is the requirement for the product and service, you will fully define it and take care that these two things are taken care. Any applicable statutory and regulatory requirement, it has got to be part of that requirement for the product and service. And number 2, those considered necessary by the organization. The customer is not much educated about the product or the service which the organization is going to offer. The organization has the expertise to define the requirement for the customer, and accordingly those considered by the organization, whatever the organization considers essential to be part of the requirements, that must be included in the requirement, that must be part of that requirement. Okay. Now if I give you an example, for example, the customer is going to the market to buy an ironing press. Now customer is telling you that I want an automatic press with rating and with steam, provision for steam. So this is all that the customer is defining you. But the components which you are going to put inside and the calibration of the heat that it will generate, the regulator, all that has to be taken care by the organization. Organization has to make sure that the product is according to some national or international standard. For example, in any case, ISI is a must. So ISI has got to be part of the specification. So that is how the organization determines much more than what the customer is expecting from the organization, and therefore it is the responsibility of the organization to make the specification in detail including whatever the expertise of the organization talks about. Okay, and now B is the organization can meet the claims for the product and services it offers. It is not only that the organization will include the requirement, but the organization should be capable of meeting those requirements. So that is in B, that the organization should be able to meet the claim which the organization is making as far as the requirement for the products and services are concerned. So this is all the total requirement as given in the standard in clause number 8.2, and I am sure you have been able to understand it and grasp it fully. But if there is any doubt lurking in your mind, please give your comment below this video and I will make it clear to you. This requirement is quite simple, but if there is still any doubt, please put your comment and I will make it clear. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that as and when I load the video, the information regarding the video available on YouTube will reach you without any delay if you press the bell icon. And if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. I'll feel very happy if you do so, and also share my videos with your friends and colleagues. And we meet again in the next video where we will discuss the next clause. So till then, goodbye to you and thank you very much for watching my videos. Bye bye.